you believe in magic? What do you do when the shadows in your room start whispering your name? Do you ignore them or hide under the blanket till morning? Well, that's what I would do. But not 9-year-old Lily. No, she decided to find out what the shadows wanted from her. And what she eventually found was even more magical than she could have ever imagined. Lily lived in a house with peeling paint and crooked window frames. The garden outside was tangled and wild, and inside was adventure. Not only did she love rainy evenings and cups of hot cocoa, but she also loved diving into fantasy books. Her favorite thing to do was to stay up late reading by her bed, long after her parents had fallen asleep. She read so much that she knew every word in every book and was able to recite each page. So naturally, she desired something more. One evening, while Lily was reading her favorite book for probably the 10th time, the room suddenly darkened. Of course, she knew her mother would be angry if she turned on the light again, so she kept reading in the dark. But that's when she heard it. Footsteps pacing back and forth near her bed. Then a voice, barely a whisper. "Lily, come closer." Of course, Lily was scared. Who wouldn't be scared when their name is being whispered by unknown footsteps in the darkness? She ducked under her blanket, hugged her teddy bear tight, and tried to calm her breathing. It wasn't easy, but she knew that if she stayed quiet, whatever was out there would eventually go away. But this time, the footsteps got louder. The voice got clearer. "Lily, we need your help." It was a chorus of whispers, all calling her name. For a moment, Lily considered calling for her mom, but the fear in her chest won out. She buried her face in her blanket and squeezed her eyes shut. That's when the whispers told her, "Don't be afraid. We mean you no harm." A pause. "We just want to tell you something." Still shaking, Lily asked, "What is it?" The footsteps approached her bed. She could feel their presence near her. "We want you to come see us." Taking a deep breath, Lily slowly raised her head. She felt her way to the edge of the blanket and crawled out. She had to use her imagination now, pretending that there were no footsteps in the room, that she was completely alone. It worked. The footsteps stopped. The room was silent. Maybe it had all been a dream. She turned on the light. Nothing. All she saw was her teddy bear lying on her bed. Sighing, she got up, yawned, and went over to her window to gaze at the stormy night outside. As the days passed, the whispering returned every night, getting louder and more insistent. Sometimes they told her stories, sometimes they sang songs, but the most curious thing was that they never revealed themselves. So one night, Lily decided she'd had enough. She didn't want to be scared anymore. She wanted to know who was whispering her name. As soon as the room darkened, she sat straight up in bed. The footsteps began. The voice echoed, "Lily, come closer." But she didn't budge. Instead, she said, "I know you're there. Why don't you show yourself to me?" Silence. "Hello," she called out. "Can anyone hear me?" No reply. Maybe it was just her imagination. But Lily wasn't convinced. Just then, the voice broke the silence. "Why are you afraid of us, Lily?" she asked. "Because you scare me," she admitted. The voice sighed. "That's because you can't see us." "But what if I could show you?" Lily gasped. Had they actually agreed to reveal themselves? She waited. The voice continued, "Close your eyes, Lily. Imagine what you desire the most. Curious, She closed her eyes and concentrated. What did she want the most? She thought of adventures, faraway lands, and secret gardens. But above all, she wanted to see the whispers. She focused on this desire, and to her surprise, she felt something brush against her hand. Slowly, she opened one eye, then the other. To her amazement, she saw a tiny creature perched on her bed. It had skin like parchment, hair like cobwebs, and large, dreamy eyes. "What are you?" she asked. "We are the forgotten voices of the attic," it replied. "We need your help." Lily remembered hearing these words before. They'd been trying to tell her something. "What do you need my help for?" she asked. The creature spoke in a raspy voice. "Help us return home." And with that, it disappeared. The next morning, Lily went up to the dusty attic. It was a place she was never allowed to go alone. But today was different. Armed with a flashlight and a notebook, she ventured inside. The air was musty. Cobwebs brushed against her face. And in the corner, hidden under a blanket, she saw an old mirror. Its glass was cracked and its frame glowed faintly. She stepped closer and reached out her hand. Suddenly, she felt a pull, as if something was beckoning her. Hesitantly, she touched the cold glass. In a flash, she was engulfed by a swirling vortex and tumbled through a tunnel of colors. When she opened her eyes, she found herself in a strange place. Everything was dull. The walls, the furniture, even the people. Most importantly, she couldn't see any creatures like the one she'd met the night before. Where had she been taken? And why? Disoriented, she wandered through empty halls, her footsteps echoing around her. She walked into a room and saw a woman sitting in a chair. Her face was pale, her eyes vacant. "Excuse me," Lily said hesitantly. The woman looked up, her eyes hollow. "Are you here to help us?" she asked. Lily frowned. "How did you know my name?" The woman shook her head. "No, you don't remember. It's all right. None of us do anymore." Another woman entered the room, her face etched with sadness. "She's here, but she doesn't remember who she is or why she came," she said. Lily could feel tears pricking her eyes. She wanted to help, but she didn't know how. The woman reached out, her touch sending shivers down Lily's spine. "You bring light with you, little one," she whispered. "We haven't seen such brightness in a long time." Before Lily could respond, a man joined them, his face lined with worry. "The light is fading," he said grimly. "If it goes out completely, we'll be trapped forever." Hope flickered within Lily. So this was why the whispers had brought her here. They needed her help to restore the light. But how? Suddenly, she noticed a painting on the wall. It depicted a lush garden filled with vibrant flowers and sparkling streams. Taking a closer look, she saw that the paint was cracking, and the colors were bleeding. It was as if the world itself was losing its vibrancy. An idea sparked in her mind. Chiron family gathered around as Lily began sketching. Her pencil danced across the paper, bringing the garden to life. With each stroke, the colors on the wall seemed to brighten. The family watched in awe as Lily's drawing filled the room with light. When she finished, the garden on the wall was a masterpiece. The flowers bloomed, the stream glistened. It was as if the painting had come to life. And then it happened. A ray of sunlight streamed through a crack in the ceiling, illuminating the entire room. The family gasped. The light was returning. As the light grew stronger, the whispers grew fainter. Soon, they were nothing but a gentle breeze rustling through the leaves. Lily knew it was time for her to return home. With a heavy heart, she said goodbye to the family and stepped back into the mirror. She found herself in the attic once more. The mirror had returned to its old broken state. Lily looked around the attic, realizing it wasn't just a dusty, forgotten space. It was a portal to countless adventures. All she had to do was believe. From that day on, Lily carried a small notebook in her bag, always ready to capture the whispers of imagination. She learned that sometimes the scariest things are just misunderstood and that a little bit of imagination can go a long way. Now it's time for you to close your eyes and listen to a new magical story. Click on this video on the screen and let the adventure begin. And don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell so you'll never miss a new amazing story. Thank you for watching. See you next time.